My name is Mike. My friends call me Jay because sometimes I like to throw in random bits of Spanish when I talk, even though I barely understand what I'm saying. Anyway, what I want to share is an experience I had while studying at a private college in the southern part of the country. This happened during my fourth semester, right when we were registering for the new term. Since I was already in my fourth semester, I had to move out of the dorms provided by the college and find my own place. So I teamed up with a group of close friends to look for a rental house near campus. There were about 8 or 9 of us in total, not all in the same semester, but we were close because we all shared a crazy sense of humor. After some searching, we found this one house. It was brand new, in a newly developed area, and no one had ever lived there before. The rent was reasonable and it was pretty close to campus, so we jumped on it. On registration day, only 3 of us showed up: me, Matt, and Andy. The rest of the guys, thinking they were seniors or something, decided to show up fashionably late. Once we were done with registration, the 3 of us officially moved into our new place. It was a great house, corner lot, spacious, and well lit. Our place was at the end of the row of houses, with a forest area fenced off right behind it. Back then, there were only about 4 or 5 other houses occupied in the neighborhood. The rest were still empty since the area was so new. On our row, though, we were the only ones living there. The nearest occupied houses were way out front. At first, it didn't feel creepy or anything. After unpacking and organizing our stuff, Matt left to visit some relatives, saying he probably wouldn't be back that night. So that left me and Andy alone in the house for the night, like 2 lonely idiots. After dinner, we both decided to chill in the living room, watching movies on our laptops with headphones on. I was really into my movie when suddenly, I heard a loud bang. Someone kicking the metal grill door at the front of the house. Now keep in mind, I had headphones on, volume nearly maxed out, yet I could clearly hear that noise. It was loud. I froze for a moment, wondering who on earth would be kicking our door in the middle of the night. I looked over at Andy and saw he had heard it too. He was staring at the door with a confused look on his face. It was around 1 a.m. at that point. I'm not the bravest guy, so there was no way I was going to check it out. But Andy? He's fearless, or just crazy. He got up, unlocked the door, and swung it open, grill and all. He stepped outside and walked around the house, checking the front and back. Nothing. I was already starting to feel uneasy. I thought that was the end of it, but no. Just as Andy was about to lock the grill door, we both heard the sound of running water, like someone filling a bucket. It wasn't coming from inside our house. The sound was coming from one of the houses across the street. But here's the thing. Those houses were all unoccupied. Andy looked irritated. He's brave, but not stupid, so he decided to check it out. I stayed near our door, watching him from a distance as he walked over to the house. When he got to the front door of the house, he yelled back to me, saying he was going inside to turn off the water. Apparently the door wasn't even locked, so he just walked right in. The place didn't have a grill door yet, so it was easy to enter. Andy used the flashlight on his phone to navigate through the dark house. I watched him as he went into the master bedroom. After a couple of minutes, the sound of water stopped. Andy came back out, locked the front door of that house, and returned to ours, looking as calm as ever. He told me the sound was coming from a faucet in the bathroom of the master bedroom. Weird, but we shrugged it off. We were standing outside our house, talking about it, when I suddenly felt this urge to look at the windows of the house across the street. When I did, I swear I saw something, or someone, peeking at me from one of the dark windows. My heart nearly stopped. I froze, and Andy noticed my face had gone pale. Without asking anything, he calmly told me to go inside. It's like he already knew what I had seen. Once we were inside, Andy said, "Don't worry about it. It's probably just a neighbor checking us out. We're all just creatures, and if it messes with us again, we'll deal with it." Then he gave me a glass of water he had prayed over to calm me down. After that, I felt a bit better, less cold and shaky. We decided to just get some sleep. Since we didn't have mattresses yet, we crashed in the living room. Just as I was about to drift off, I heard a woman crying outside the house. The sound was loud at first, but gradually faded away. I turned to look at Andy and saw he was sitting up staring at the window. The house didn't have curtains yet, so we could see outside. Suddenly, Andy stood up and said, "Stay here, Jay. I'm going to deal with the mosquitoes." Yeah, like I was going to stay alone after hearing all that. I followed him outside. He walked to the side of the house, scooped up some dirt, muttered something under his breath, and then threw the dirt onto the roof. As soon as he did that, we smelled something like burning hair. Andy pointed at the roof, and when I looked up, I saw a white figure flying away at high speed toward the forest. The trees there started shaking like something big was moving through them. After that, the night was finally quiet, and we managed to get some sleep.